this week in year 2, we've been looking at a new bird from our book, The Lost Words, and we've been looking at heron. So on Monday, and I'm just going to present my screen so that you can see what we did. So on Monday, we took the children on a trip to the park, and we were lucky enough actually to see a heron there. So I'll just show you that. Not this one, the next one. I don't think I can forward it on. Right, I'll see if I can open up the next picture as well. But we had a lovely time at the park, and we were lucky enough to actually see a heron. We came back to school, and then we showed them videos. This one of a heron taking off in slow motion so they could have a good look at its movement. And we did this as a carousel lesson, which means that we gave children different activities to do, and then we moved them round. So one of the other things we did was have a look at feathers in great detail, real feathers, and a video about how feathers have evolved. And then I took a group of boys next door, and we talked about words that were good for describing how a heron moved. So we did that in a group, and the children came up with some really exciting words. And then I wanted them to make a poem, but I'd limited them only to using 9 words, and they were going to set it out in a diamond shape, with the first word of the diamond being still, because a heron is generally still unless it's catching fish. And we got some brilliant work out of it after all that. And so I'm going to read one of them to you now, and then I'm going to get some of the boys to read their poems to you as well. So this one starts with still. Long stretched legs, steel beak, yellow sharp beak, long neck, super diver wing. I just thought they were great. So I'm going to get the boys to share some of those with you. But then we carried on with herons in our art lesson. I'm going to pass you over to Mrs. West.
Hello again. Yes, so in art, we once again looked at the work and the illustrations that are found in the book. I looked at some of the words. We discussed some of the words. We talked about the shape of the heron. And I wanted them then to create a collage using cut paper. And I gave them a box full of cut paper, and they could either cut it up some more or just use the paper as it was to make the feathers. And we talked about the long necks. We talked about the fact that their legs were also very long, and they were different to our legs. The knees were different, and this is some of the things that the boys came up with. So here's one collage. You can see the feathers there that he's used, and he's got the long beak and the feathers at the back there, and there are the legs, and that was just beautifully done. And then this one I was also very fond of, this fella. So he has, again, he's noticed the legs, or he's described the legs there in his collage, and he's cut up. So all of this here are all cut paper and feathers, and all the boys did a marvellous job. And we have this the marvellous herons with their steel beaks.
Okay, here are some lovely year 2 boys to read their heron poems to you. Okay, I'm going to move out of the way. Off you go. First one.
Still, flapping, pushing up, fast, long wings, fly, grey. Still underdiver, hinged, ascending, fluttering, grey, yellow beak, bendy wings stretched up. Still, long black, beating, grey, bending, hinged up, blue. Still, long stretchy legs, steel beak, yellow shark beak, long neck, super diver, long wing. Still unfrozen, taking off fast, flying down, landing.
And there you go, some lovely Year 2 Heron poems, all written in the shape of a diamond. Okay, thank you very much. Go outside, you've got about 6 more minutes to play. Leave your books over there for me.
Okay, over there.